happen, mate. Zebra crossing, give way to the pedestrian. That's alright. I'm not in a rush to get anywhere. Or am I?
G'day folks, it's the Aussie Inline Skater here and welcome back to yet again another upload. I know, it's amazing! Anyway, I'm in the heart of Brisbane City right here, bolting down one of the streets in Fortitude Valley. It's going to be a little bit edited, but just to show you guys some of the things that I get up to when I'm out solo skating in the city on what I would call a more leisurely skate. But for that, we're going to have to go right back to the beginning, where I was in West End. Let's go!
This road is so dodgy. This is rough. Let's go up the pavement, that'll be a bit better. Thanks guys. I don't know what I would have done if I would have to a power stop there.
In almost all of my videos, I'm wearing quite a lot of kit. Some regulars are my knee pads, my UV rated arm sleeves, the adapts that I wear all the time, I love them. The endless frames, of course. But there's some other little discrepancies that do change between each episode, and if you're curious about finding out exactly what equipment I do use, the little box down below the video that's generally called the description, no one ever reads that, but if you want to find out what I use, you'll find it in that box in the description below. Now if you're really curious and you want to know like the sunnies I'm wearing, when I last showered, or the deodorant that I've got on, you're just going to have to ask that in the comments below, alright? I've got to say I'm really enjoying doing this slightly more aggressive flatland stuff. The spinny stuff I'm getting really good at now. I'm finally sort of honing it in. And I'm practicing little 180 jumps over gutters and whatnot. And that's proving to be really, really fun. But what I am desiring, now that I've been on the Endless 4x90 for quite some time, is a little bit longer of a frame. Now, in recent news, I'll give you guys a little bit of a teaser here. Coming very, very soon from the Endless Blading Company are some fun things. And I'm really excited to show you guys. But of course, we've got to wait until they get here. There's some testing that I've got to do. And then you guys will get to witness this glorious new upgrade that I'm about to receive. We're now further and deeper into the valley on my little city adventure, and just yesterday it was, at the time of this filming, I was on the brekkie skate, and we indeed did a little bit of a dart through and around the city, and I discovered this new little, I guess you could call it, alley, maybe? I'm not sure exactly what you'd call it, but it's really sick. I want to show you guys. But first we must conduct some knotted jumps over manhole covers and a slight decline.
Well, if it isn't the almighty home of the Electric Jesus. I must say I do fancy their cars. Brisbane is full of some really fun downhills and really technical stuff, but in order to get to those downhills, or just getting around Brisbane in general on skates, there is always an uphill, and that's what we're on right now. I generally don't film these because they're kind of boring. It's like, do you really want me to film myself going? I don't think it's particularly pleasant. So let's cut straight to the good bit, shall we? Look at that view. That is a nice view. I see all the skaters in the northern hemisphere having like hectic winters at the moment, and lakes freezing over and whatnot. And I imagine to myself, imagine if Australia, like where I live, had those sorts of winters and the Brisbane River froze over. That would be so sick, ice skating on the Brisbane River. Ah, see, it just doesn't get cold enough here. We can all dream though. If you skip back to when I just did that little jump followed by a sharp turn, I just turned 7 heads. And this is one of the things that makes me feel so hyped going skating in Brisbane City. It seems the Brisbane folk really aren't exposed to competent inline skating. They see skaters from time to time, but when someone's playing around and being a little crazy, it really catches their attention. And in all honesty, I don't notice until I review this footage. I just picked it up then and I had to rewind and physically count. I guess you could say it kinda makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Anyway, to conclude the video, I've got one last power stop. It's hot, I'm sweaty and exhausted, but if you've stayed with us this long, thanks for watching. I'm Jacob, the Aussie inline skater, and I'll see you the next time I lace up. Remember, stay sharp, get good, and most of all, have fun.